Okay, we can learn our experiment. First, we can see the content of this Smurf attack. As shown in figure 1, we can see terminal A broadcast an ICMP echo request message in LAN 1, which is encapsulated into an IP packet with the web service IP address as the source IP address, web server's IP address as the source IP address, and the broadcast address as the destination IP address. So terminal A send an IP packet to terminal B, terminal C, terminal D, but the source IP address is web server's IP address. When all terminals in LAN 1 receive the ICMP echo request message, they send the ICMP echo response message. So terminal B, terminal C, and terminal D will send responsive message to web server because the IP packet source IP address is web server's IP address. So in this case, the single ICMP echo request message sent by terminal A causes the web server to receive three ICMP echo responsive messages. So response messages will be enlarged. Maybe if source IP address is one terminal, so web server only receive one responsive message, but this time terminal A send an IP packet. The destination IP address are three IP address, because it broadcast IP packet to three terminal. So this three terminal will send response message to web server. This process can enlarge or give web server many load. So web server can't deal with many response messages will destroyed. Okay, this of experiment content. We can understand the objective of this experiment. Verify the ICMP echo request and response process. Verify the process of network amplification of ICMP echo response message. Amplification from one response message to three or many response message. verify the principle of indirect attack. So Smurf attack is an indirect attack. Terminal A attack web servers by indirect indirect mode, not direct mode. Verify the Smurf attack process. We will verify the whole process from terminal A send IP packet and from A send IP packet to terminal B, terminal C, terminal D send response messages to web service. So the process includes terminal A attack web server. Experiment principle, we can learn some basic knowledges. First, ping process. I think you know ping process. Ping is the basis operation of network transmission. To test the existence of a transmission path between the two terminals, use ping command. This is the base operation. If I want transmit another terminal, but I don't, can we have connection? So we can use ping command. You can use this method, ping destination terminal address. For example, I can use ping 192.1.1.2. This IP address is destination terminal address. So when terminal A runs ping command ping IPB, okay, this IPB is a IP address. Ping process as shown in figure 2. We can figure 2. Okay, I put on a page. Okay, terminal A sends an internet control message protocol, means ICMP, echo request message. Terminal A gave a request message to terminal B, which is encapsulated as an IP packet with IPA as a source IP address and IPB as a destination IP address. So this terminal is source, and this terminal is destination. So or target. After receiving request message sent by terminal A, terminal B send back an ICMP echo request response message to terminal A, which is encapsulated into an IP packet with IPB as the source and terminal A as the target. So after terminal A receive a response message sent by terminal B, it indicates that there is a transmission path between terminal A and terminal B. So if you want transmit a message to me, you can ping my IP address. This is the process about ping process. So we can learn this process. These are base knowledges about our experiment. Okay, next. Next, we can see Smurf attack process. Smurf attack process, as shown in finger 3, is like this finger 1, like this finger 1, but finger 3 is detail. Terminal A encapsulate response request message into an IP packet with web server as the source. Web server as a source, and the full one broadcast address as the destination IP address. So I think full one broadcast inland one. So terminal A send IP packet. Then terminal B, terminal C, and the terminal D can receive this message. And route one also receive the quest message. The terminals received the ICMP echo request message send response message to web server. This message also are encapsulated into IP packets with IP IP address of web server as the target IP address. So web servers get or receive many response messages. So this Smurf attack process is indirect attack. Terminal A attack web server. Okay. Next, we can see key commands descriptions because we can use we do experiments. We can use CLI mode. So in CLI mode or version, we should use some commands to operate. So mode convention command, CLI command line interface means in Chinese means 命令行接口，命令行界面。CLI mode can be divided into user mode, privileged mode, and global mode according to different permissions. User mode, privileged mode, global mode. After the device is started, the default mode of the device is user mode, and the conversion between various modes needs to be completed through commands. So I will learn some key commands. The following sequence of commands convert the CLI mode from user mode to privileged mode to global mode. We can see route, and this is a command. This is command, and enable plus enable. okay, this router. And then you input info, then the command became this this command configure terminal. So enable is the command used in user mode, user mode, because began CLI mode. The device is user mode, and this is the command prompt in user mode. The purpose of this command is to convert the CLI mode from user mode to privileged mode. Configure terminal. Configure terminal is a command used in privileged mode, and this word is the command prompt in valid mode. This command converts CLI mode from privileged mode to global mode. So we can see this mode transform. Next, we can see router interface configuration command. The following command sequence is used to open the router interface. Fast SNet 00 and assign IP address and subnet mask to the router interface. Fast SNet. We can see router interface configuration. This command interface fast SNet is the command used in global mode. Config is the command prompt in global mode. The function of this command is to enter the interface configuration mode of the router interface fast SNet which contains two parts of information. One is the interface type, fast SNet indicated that this interface is a fast Ethernet interface. The second is the interface number 0 interface number, which is used to distinguish multiple interfaces with the same type. So you can see two parts. This part is a fast SNet interface, and this part is the port or interface number, and shutdown. No, shutdown is a command used in interface configuration mode, and configure if is the command prompt in interface configuration mode. This command opens the interface. No shutdown is open. Next we can see IP. Next command is IP address. This IP address, this mask number. So we can see this command assigns the IP address 192.1.254 and the subnet mask. This IP address, this mask address to the router interface fast SNet 0. So the last exist is return to the previous mode. For example, this time is global mode. If we use exist command, the global mode will be returned to privileged mode. So this is router interface configuration command. Next is the command of the router configures DHCP server. DHCP server. The dynamic host configuration protocol. This is DHCP. DHCP, okay, they are some commands. First, IP DHCP pool length. This command is in global mode. This command does two things. One is to create a scope named LAN1 scope named LAN1. The second is to enter DHCP configuration mode and complete the configuration process of the scope related network information and DHCP configuration mode. So create a scope LAN1 and into DHCP configuration mode. Next command, default router IP address. This command is used in DHCP configuration mode. DHCP configure is the command used in DHCP configuration mode. The effect of this command is to make this IP address the default gateway address for the scope. If the scope is on a network, use IP address of the router interface connecting to the network as the default gateway address for the scope. For example, this is an example. The scope named LAN1 is on Ethernet LAN1 and the IP address of the router interface connecting to LAN1 is the default gateway address for the scope. So default router. Okay, next network. This IP work and this subnet mask. This command is the command used in DHCP configuration mode. Specifies IP address range contained in network. Network address is 192.1.1.0. 24. This number response is this 24 number is submask. So we can say the subnet mask mask is this IP address. This IP address. Okay. There also exist command. It is command returns from DHCP configuration mode to global mode. So these are commands we need in CLI mode. You should understand their means, and you can use, or you can write them in CLI mode. Okay, next, we can do our experiments process step by step. You can follow me, and then after our class, you will do this Smurf attack by yourself and give me experiment report. But I hope your experiment report is different from mine. I saw some bodies experiment report copy my textbook, or copy my experiment book. So we can set up. We can open our start my software. My software. Okay, find it. Okay, first we can start software and place and connect devices in the logic workspace according the network structure as this finger. I'm sorry, there are many calls because we have something to do in school. But I have to teaching our class. Okay, we can begin this. We can place and connect devices. We can see they are 4 PCs, and they are 2 switches and 1 router and 1 web server. Okay. We can place it one by one. This PC1, PC0, the number from one begin. PC1, PC2, and PC3. Then we choose switch 2 switch. So I will choose another. Then choose router. Okay, and then we find web server. Web server is end device. Okay. Okay, we I put them in logical workspace. Then we can then connect them. Connect. If you can't understand which connection to choose, you can use first automatically choose connection type. So we choose first automatically choose connection. So we should connect them. Okay. No. Okay, we have done it. then we okay, we can get our placement, and then we can complete the operation process of router configure to fast SNAT 0 and interface configuration interface of router fast SNAT as shown in figure 1 will appear. We can see router, we can configure router. We have a new router. In path status, check on, we can check on, enter IP address as fast SNAT 0 interface in IP address field, and enter subnet mask complete the configuration process of router fast SNAT 0 interface. We should complete as fast SNAT 1. So they are two fast SNAT. We can use it. We can complete it in our software and in our tracer. We can see router and configure router. Configure. We choose configure. Then choose fast SNAT 0. We complete IPO. We choose on and complete IP address at 192.1.1.1.250 and 254, and the subnet mask is automatic. Okay, this fast SNAT 0 and another choose on and IP address 192.1.1 and I think 0.2 and 0.254 this subnet mask. Okay, I have configured router. Then complete router DHCP server configuration process by entering command sequence given in section 4 in CLI. Means we can use this DHCP configure commands. So DHCP router DHCP configure of router is a master must be completed in CLI mode. So we can see we can do this. Okay, this. You can follow me. Complete DHCP configuration. Okay, enable in okay. Oh no. Exit IP DHCP Pro we we gave a scope len 1. Then configure router IP address and network address. Default router IP address is okay. Next, network address 192.1.1.0. This IP address is a network IP address. In our class, you should have network knowledges. Because we should use IP address, network address, and subnet mask. If you don't know, you can learn it by yourself after our class. You can find some materials on website. Okay, this part is a network IP address. Next, subnet mask. Okay, we can return preview mode. Okay, I have completed router DHCP configuration. Next, complete the process of web server network information configuration. Web server means this configure. We use static IP configure. Oh no! Oh. I think I checked it. I think. Oh, I am right. Configure web server IP address and subnet mask and default gateway. We can see web server and find the desktop and first IP configuration. Okay, we choose fast SNet 0. Use static IP configuration. Not use DHCP. Only PC use DHCP. Web server we use static IP. Okay, use 192.1.2.1 automatic default gateway 192.1.154. This IP address is the switch is router's faster SNet 1. Okay, this is the configuration of web server. Okay, next, we should configure PC 0 to PC 3. Use DHCP configure their IP address use DHCP because router defines a scope named LAN1 for SNET consisting of switch 0 terminals connected to the switch 0 can automatically obtain network information through DHCP. Dynamic host configuration protocol. After PC0 operation desktop, the operation path is a desktop IP configuration network information configuration interface of PC0 is like this configure. Select DHCP option, then IP address subnet mask and the default gateway automatically obtains the information. So we must complete PC1 to PC3 network information configuration use DHCP. We can this desktop IP configure. We choose DHCP. It can obtain automatically. Okay. Next, this is the PC0. Next, PC1. Okay. Next, PC2. We can get IP address from DHCP. So we should not configure IP address by ourselves. Automatically get IP address. Okay. IP address and other network informations can get from DHCP. Next, switch to simulation mode, and we can create a complex PDU. We can see ICMP echo request message is generated on PC0 through complex PDU. PDU is a packet as shown in this figure. This request message is encapsulated as an IP packet with the source IP address. Source IP address is 192.1.2 and 0.1. This source is the web server's IP address, and the target is PC1 to PC3 is the broadcast address of all one, full one or all one. So we can see this is the broadcast address. We can configure it sequence number and use one short time, 12 seconds. So we can configure this and use complete it in simulation mode. So first we choose edit filters. Because we use ICMP, so we only choose ICMP. Okay. Oh no, we should not. Okay. I will choose again. Okay, there show ICMP. Then I choose complex PDU. Then from then PDU on PC 0. Okay, we can configure this PDU. Okay. Oh, this right. We can give target IP address is broadcast. And the source IP address is a web server's IP address. Oh no. Okay, sequence number is 12. One shot time is 12 seconds. Create PDU. And then we can operation or play our transmission. Okay, we can see step by step. Okay, PC 0 send a IP packet. This IP packet source IP address is source server web server. Okay, I have to renamed this server, and the target is PC 1, PC 2, and PC 3. Next, we can see, okay, IP packet sent to 3 pieces and the router. So they are run. We can see it's run. Next, PC 1 send a response message. PC 2 send response message, and the PC 3 response message. Those response messages through router 0 and through switch 1 to server. So server will receive several response messages. We can see the process. Okay, because this operation, this is Smurf attack. So IP packet is sent through run pass through run pass. So okay, this is the process of our this experiment Smurf attack. So next class, you can do this experiment by yourself, and I will stay on class. You can ask any questions. So after you complete the experiment, you should do experiment report. Use I have use template I have give you in WeChat, and this is the first homework this week, and next we should do text about chapter 2. Then I will send it in WeChat. Okay, we take some minute break, and they begin. You begin your experiment by yourself. Thank you.
Okay, teacher.